Welcome back, everybody, to the 2019 Pokemon Video Game Regional Championships here in Portland, Oregon. We've just seen 7 rounds of intense Swiss battles. Now we're waiting for the top 8. My name is Deuel. Joining me, Gabby, Len. Welcome, everybody. We're going to break it down a little bit here, talk about our thoughts about the tournament. So let's go ahead and just start with what we all thought about the tournament.
Well, I think the thing that jumps out to me most is the Palkia. Benji played it really well. It was really effective. We saw how as soon as you don't have Xerneas, and if you also don't have Tapu Fini, Farium Z, you don't have great damage options to get it off the field. So specially defensive, so it's there against the Groudon, ready to take Earth Power, ready to take big Psychic attacks, and gets the Trick Room really cleanly, which, using the Trick Room from Palkia, lets him turn that Stakataka into the Sweeper and not the Setter, which both helps you keep it healthy so that it can definitely get those attacks off, not just one of them, and more consistently get the Trick Room set up, because Stakataka itself has a lot of flaws in its Trick Room setup, kind of, with its
just
typing.
A little bit.
Yeah. I think it's really interesting. It relies on not running into too many Xerneas, because the Palkia matchup is bad, but how many Xerneas did we actually see today? I think just in 2 of the 7 rounds?
I mean, I know I saw it on Team Preview
2 times,
once.
I believe, think, yeah.
We saw an extra one that never got brought.
Yeah, which made sense in that matchup, but, you know. Yeah, I kind of want to call that out as my thing from this tournament, was just how much lack of Xerneas there was. I mean, going back to Knoxville and Atlanta, which are the other 2 regional championships we've had here in the U.S. so far this year, Xerneas has just been, still that thing that you have to really be worried and be afraid of. But, here in the lovely Pacific Northwest, just no deer to be found.
You really gun for it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're targeting it because it's such a big threat, and we all know that if you don't have a, sort of a Xerneas check, then odds are you're going to be running into some Xerneas in the tournament. Eventually, yeah. Even though, we might not have seen it at the top tables, there's Xerneas is still all around, because Xerneas is a strong Pokemon with that Geomancy ability, so you have to have those counters for it. So it's kind of like 2016 or 2014 Kangaskhan, it wrecked the regionals.
But its usage is so much lower than that Kangaskhan. So I think the Xerneas usage has actually dropped low enough now. You can game plan of what if I just dodge it, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what makes the Palkia team so effective. You aren't putting so many chips in that I have to be able to beat Xerneas basket, and you expect that maybe, its usage is down to 25% less.
Yeah.
You can maybe drop one match against it, maybe play one where you actually win because you have enough matchup there, and otherwise dodge it, and then have really good matchups otherwise.
Yeah, it's like the difference between having multiple different game plans for the various flavors of Xerneas you can encounter, if you will, versus having that one Pokemon that could, win you some situations if you play well.
Yeah,
Stakataka,
exactly.
yeah.
It's not going to single-handedly win you every Xerneas matchup, but you can play a game where you try to get it on the field at the right timing to still win if you see a Xerneas.
Yeah, and the Gyro Ball really is just enough in Stakataka's case to take it down, or like Nihilego,
at least put a chunk in
whatever.
it, At least put a chunk in it, yeah. Absolutely. Gabby, thoughts on the tournament?
I mean, other than the seemingly lack of Xerneas that I observed, I think it's been a really fun event. I love seeing how the metagame's evolving in general. I know that we didn't see Kareem's team do too well in that matchup against Gavin in the last round, but the prevalence of Psychic Spam has been very interesting to me, since I feel like throughout the Ultra format, we've been seeing a lot of these heavy-hitting strategies sort of relying on setting up some of the primal Pokemon or some of the restricted Pokemon to do that big damage for you. But Psychic Spam has just found a little niche that's I don't need these big Pokemon anymore. We've explored enough of the metagame to know that these are the moves and these are the, speeds and whatnot I have to bring with me in order to deal big damage.
Yep.
And then I just bring big damage.
Yep, and that Psychic Spam team, interesting thing to note is that it actually doesn't carry a Mega. Right?
It doesn't.
It only has Ultra Necrozma, which, is kind of like a Mega, but it's not the traditional Mega. You can still carry along a Mega with it, but the fact that you don't need one, just shows the strengths of that team to just be super hyper offensive.
And looking forward, I know we still have, Top Cut here tomorrow, which will be starting at 9 a.m., and I'm just going to repeat that as many times as I can. But, we also have the Latin American International Championships coming up this week, and you have to wonder if this, psychic-oriented team is going to make a very deep run there.
It does normally have the Mega Metagross there as an extra attacker.
Okay. Sorry about that.
But you don't need it, and there's certainly matchups like we saw with Kareem versus Gavin, where if you bring the Metagross, it's probably doing you more harm than good.
Yeah, it's just another tool in the toolbox, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have more value than the Acelgor has or the Smeargle has. It's just another option there of how you get the best use out of that Psychic Terrain, out of that Tapu Lele, and, of course, out of that Ultra Necrozma.
Yep.
Yeah.
And, of course, the Selgor won a regional championship. We saw it on stream a couple times here as well. It's a
scary Pokemon.
It's a Pokemon that I didn't expect to see. It's kind of one of those Pokemon that it has its niche here. I mean, Final Gambit's so strong, and Acid Spray is very good as well to be able to weaken opposing defenses. So that's really cool to see a Selgor have this niche role. It came into play after Worlds, I feel like, right?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, maybe some people were using it before Worlds, but
yeah, I remember seeing them throughout the season, but always sparse. So Selgor, I feel like in every format is a Pokemon that there's one or two of those teams flying around that
Final Gambit team
have found a very niche use for the Final Gambit, for the Encore, and so commit to it, but it never takes on. I feel like this is probably the most prevalent we've seen in Selgor.
Yeah, I think I would argue that, like, before Worlds, it certainly was an option that some people were considering bringing, but I don't think the field was maybe quite right for it to do well, whereas now that we're in this post-format, we're seeing a lot less Xerneas, we're seeing a lot less, I think, a lot more innovation and just people sort of realizing, I'm going to play Ultra again, let's just run something completely different and see how it does. That's really given it the opportunity to kind of just go. And be fast and do fast to Selgor things.
Just
that's what it does. It's fast.
Accelerate. Right, Len? Accelerate.
Yeah, that's when you unburden yourself and just accelerate away.
So Selgor, Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
We're giving it the thumbs up. This is a little bit of an addition to the.
It's an amendment. Yeah, it's an amendment to it. Yeah, addendum to it. Yeah. So thumbs up to the Selgor. Hopefully you make it. What are you shaking your head for?
No, I want it to make it. I do. Yeah. I think that'd be a good one.
Okay. All right. Well,
I honestly don't know what to expect at this point. I'm just going to get my copy at 9 p.m. local time on Thursday night and then probably not sleep. I literally have plans to just camp out in my living room and turn on the LAIC stream at midnight and just see how far I can go.
Did you ask for the day off?
I might be working from home. We'll see how I'm feeling.
Okay, well...
Probably shouldn't admit that on stream, though.
Hey, no, you can work from home. Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, work from home.
Yeah. So, as we come to a close in terms of, Nugget Bridge on the Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon series, or not the Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon series, but the Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon games, just maybe Generation 7 in general, I want to ask you guys as a reflective, what was your favorite Gen 7 moment casting for Nugget Bridge?
That's tough. I want to say that I love casting with you guys because it's always fun to hang out. I feel like that we just get along really well, and it's always like a party back here.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. In terms of specific matchups, though, I'm trying to remember the 2017 era because I feel like that was an Ultra. That was still Sun and Moon, wasn't it?
Generation 7 in
Generation
general, I guess,
7, yeah. I really like the 27 format in retrospect, and if I had a better memory, I'd probably say something from that. But alas, my memory just escapes me.
It's been a long time, and we've casted so many more tournaments than that, so I feel like that's a totally fair response.
Yeah.
Len, anything in particular?
Given enough time, I'd come up with some hype moment because I know we've had a lot of crazy predictions and fun things, but I'm just remembering this surreal day where suddenly Vivillon was a top-tier Pokemon. we had two of them in the top 8 of a regional.
Wait, what regional was that?
Is it Costa Mesa?
Yeah, Costa Mesa
SoCal 2018, regional. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And they were two very different Vivillon. Two unrelated players had picked Vivillon that were doing totally different things, and somehow that was the world we lived in for one day. And then we went back to a world where Vivillon is just obscure Pokemon with all the different forms.
What a wonderful world it sounded like it was.
It was. It was beautiful.
How about you, Dewey?
Just getting to cast with you guys.
Aww.
Has always been very nice. Just seeing you guys develop has been really great to see. Seeing you guys cast all these matches and stuff like that has been really great to see as well because you guys take a lot of stress off of me so I can run around and, do stage stuff instead and help you guys behind the scenes. So it's been great working with y'all in Generation 7 and, of course, more to come.
Yeah.
Right?
Generation 8 is just
8,
mere hours away at this point.
Yep, Sword and Shield, baby. We've You missed it earlier, actually,
I
Gabby.
know.
You missed out on the segment where we were just.
We can do one
hang
for
out.
you.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Pokemon that you want to not get?
So
cut?
you got. Yeah, we're gonna destroy
Does
you.
it have to be competitively viable?
No, anything.
I
Yeah.
said
Well,
Stro.
obviously Bidoof,
Bidoof?
but
Oh.
yeah, I feel like Bidoof is going to be remaining in the Canadian regions and not migrating over to Europe. Just saying.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's tough because, admittedly, like I definitely haven't been on top of the whole who makes it, who doesn't argument thing because I've just kind of wanted to go into it as fresh as possible. But that being said, I would be happy to see Komao somehow retain access to its Z move. Not going to happen.
I mean, they deleted that.
I know,
mechanic.
I know, but we're talking this wonderful world where Vivillon is somehow really good. This is my dream world here.
Bidoof.
And Klinger Soul Blaze.
Yeah.
These are your two requests.
Basically,
Okay.
yeah.
All right,
I'm not
well,
getting them, but you know.
I mean, Bidoof.
I
like
appreciate
it. I
you're
like it.
trying.
It's silly, but I think that normal water types, like, do any other exist besides
No.
So
Bidoof and
No,
Bidoof?
and it's hard too because like the other Pokemon that are coming to mind have been Pokemon that have been revealed in some of the trailers. So like Tyranitar, Hydreigon, and those are Pokemon that I've actually really loved in a competitive sense. So I'm happy to see them coming back. But
I'll give Bidoof the thumbs up.
all right, we'll
I think
take
it's gonna
those.
make it.
We'll
You
take
know why?
those.
Because it is adorable.
People do
It's
like
got-
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people like it. Yeah.
Did you guys talk about starter Pokemon earlier? Did you
Yeah,
did you
I-
say
I-
who your
I-
starter
I-
is?
I said
of the new
Empoleon.
ones.
Of the
Oh,
new
of the new
ones?
ones.
Well, I don't know what they evolve into, and
Well,
I guess I won't know.
I mean,
before play.
nobody knows, so
So-
I'd just say pick off the base forms.
Well, I'm probably gonna go Grookey.
That's fair.
I'm still hoping it evolves into a Ringo Tang.
A Ringotang.
Yeah, it's Ringo, but a
But a monkey.
But a monkey.
I
yeah.
like it. I like it.
I wouldn't be disappointed if I get anything other than exactly that.
Tweet?
Score bunny.
All right. That works out perfectly because I'm
That's
hashtag
all
Team
I'm gonna say,
Sobble.
yeah. All right, all
Sobble
the three of
squad?
us. Yeah.
Sobble Squad.
The three of us have each chosen a different starter. This is how we go out onto an adventure. Of course, AJ can have some other random Pokemon that the professor might have laying around.
I was gonna say he's gonna end up with the Pikachu of the situation,
Yeah.
so he'll eventually stomp us all, but we'll be at least on time. We'll be punctual.
Wow. We also got to choose a sort of real life group to discuss all the Pokemon that you can remember. We talked about like crustaceans, we talked about dogs, we talked about horses, we talked about
Oh.
birds. Gabby, what is
And
your?
you had to tier them, and only
Yeah.
like the top one survived.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, that's tough.
Yeah.
Do I have to pick the category we're dealing with as well?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pick the category.
Have you guys done cats yet?
There's a lot of
You
cats.
did
There's a lot of
dogs.
cats.
All
Yeah,
right.
we did dogs, but we didn't do cats.
All right.
Yeah.
Tier
all right.
the cats.
Here we go. So there's Purloin, there's Liepard.
That's top tier.
I mean, I would argue that the Dive Cats shenanigans should live
Okay.
on in
Alright.
history. I don't know if it'd be number one, but it'd be up there.
Okay.
Um,
That's a good argument.
Incineroar, I guess, has to get somewhere in the top something because
Nope.
no.
Bottom tier.
Len and I
cat.
heard
All
react to that.
right.
Yeah, bad
That's fair,
cat.
that's fair.
a bad cat. Not a top tier cat at all.
Meowth.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
cat.
you had to
Yeah.
keep Meowth, I feel like.
But
you know?
can I rank the like Gigamax Meowth over the other ones because it just gets very long and I appreciate the obscure internet references in my Pokemon games?
Absolutely.
I guess
of course you
it's
can
not
do
that
yeah.
obscure, but I
Meowth
mean,
is good.
Long Cat was a thing in like ages ago.
Meowth is a good cat.
Yeah, Meowth is a good
Top tier cat.
Is Skitty a cat?
Yeah.
Skitty is a cat. Yeah.
Okay.
Len. Yep. Careful. Len is very emotional when it comes to Skitty. So.
I'm sorry. We can just sort of sidestep around that then.
Yeah.
Yep,
I don't
so
want to
Skitty's
offend
a bottom
anybody.
tier cat. Let's just
That's
get rid
fair.
of it.
That's fair.
Can't forget about Glameow
Oh yeah.
Oh, sure you
And
can.
Purloin
and Purugly.
or Purugly. Sorry, I already
Yeah.
said Purloin.
That was my
Yeah.
introduction to competitive Pokemon.
Purugly?
Yep.
Okay, there must be a story here. Or is
Game-
that the story?
Game Informer ran an article. It was an interview with a national champion.
Oh,
He claimed his favorite Pokemon was Purugly,
oh.
and I was like, well, I can beat Purugly.
Oh.
And is that how you started competing in VGC?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's so sweet. You can beat Purugly, so therefore you can be a national
I
champion.
never actually had to fight a Purugly, so I feel like I learned the
Can I just
correct
ask you what
lessons.
national champion they're referring to?
I don't know. I never could figure this out because I read the article and then years later I was like, wait, I know more about this now.
There must be someone on the internet who has that article lying
Yeah.
around, though.
They'll probably dig it up for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll
Just
be fine,
ask
buddy.
Twitter. Twitter can be nice sometimes.
Yeah. Other cats. This is a portion where we just like kind of.
Yeah.
We're waiting on the standings.
Big
right
cats.
now.
Do we also
Top 8 should be up any moment.
Do we also care about big cats? Like, do big cats count?
Or you mean like
lions? Like
lions?
Pyroar?
Yeah, Pyroar.
I mean, that's a cat.
That is a cat. Yes.
It's a Pokemon too.
Yeah.
Is it good? Like, how would you guys tier it?
I mean,
what were the odds you would have remembered Pyroar if I said lion Pokemon like 10 minutes ago?
not at all.
It's a bad sign for Pyroar.
Yeah. Very cute, and I appreciate the Lion King references that you can make alongside of it. And there was like one blip of a moment in some format long ago where Pyroar was competitively viable,
Yeah, I think
but
2014, I feel like, right?
it was the Kalos Dex only format.
Was it?
I believe, because that's a Kalos Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought it like weirdly became good after the Calistex format. It like didn't survive in that one.
Well, are you thinking about the trading card game? You might be thinking about the trading card game because it was good in the trading card game.
Was it good? No, I didn't
Wait,
know
what
that.
did it do in the trading card game?
Honestly,
something good.
You did something good.
All right,
that's about all I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I just love how trading card game. A lot of Pokemon are viable there.
You know, I always get jealous that they can use Pokemon like Hoopa and Jirachi and Deoxys and like all the cool things that we can't use.
That's not the part I'm jealous of.
Oh.
I'm the part I'm jealous of, all the Pokemon they get to use that we don't, or like...
Togepi and then Igglybuff.
Yep.
And they just all join forces and somehow their baby powers just make them like super crazy awesome. Like, I would love to run a team of Togepi, Cleffa, and Igglybuff in VGC, but I just don't think I'd make it that far, really.
Yeah, I don't think that would do very well.
I'd get some smiles from my opponent.
You hope they smile until they time out?
Yeah. There you go.
Do you guys have any memories from Gen 7 tournaments that you guys competed in that you'd like to share? This is just a moment of reflection right now. I'm just reflecting.
Yeah,
no, this is good. I like
last
that.
Gen 7 tournament that we're streaming, yeah.
Gen 8, yeah.
Why don't you go first?
Well, I really enjoyed the 2018 North American International Championships. Managed to get top 8. It was a great moment to feel like I could play the game at a high level again after
with your
gap.
T-Tar, right? Because I remember freaking out about that. That was so cool.
My very big T-Tar, my very special Salamence. It was fun.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's hard for me because Gen 7 was really, I think, where I committed to the pivot of like going from competing to commentary, which has been like an amazing switch, and I'm so happy I made it. But as a result, my competition stories are really limited to I played in that Seattle PC that one time,
Okay. All
and I somehow didn't get paired up against juniors the entire day, and I got top cut.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Mine-
and then there was also one PC where I did get paired up against juniors, but still made top cut. So you know,
All right.
you take those.
All right. Mine has to be when I went to a Dallas Regional Championship.
Is this
piloting
your Tauros?
Yes, it was the Tauros team.
Oh, this
yeah.
is a good story.
And you're telling this is a positive memory?
This was this was a fun memory for me
Okay.
because I was able to bring Tauros to a tournament with Blizzard as a throwback to RBY.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was able to do that, man.
It's a good throwback,
Remember
really.
your roots. Tauros should know Blizzard 100% of the time.
Yeah. If Tauros makes it, and if you go to Dallas again this year, do you think you'd try to do the throwback again? Or
Can I Dynamax it?
You
Yeah.
can make big Tauros.
Big Tauros.
Tauros with Dynamax ice move.
Big Tauros in Texas, I feel like, is on brand.
Big
It
Tauros,
really is.
big money.
Big money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all will see me out there with the Tauros if it makes it.
I look forward to
Which, by the
it.
way, thumbs up, Tauros. Hope you're there. You can't get rid of Tauros, right? Like,
No, you
it's
just
in the game. It's in the game. Like, you can use it in the game, right? Like as an HM thing.
You just get rid of Buffalon instead.
Ooh, I do enjoy Buffalon though. If I had to choose between the two, I'd probably choose Buffalon.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I mean, the Afro is very powerful.
The Afro is powerful, but you just were giving like an impassioned defense of Tauros, and you pivoted so quickly.
And that's how I roll.
Oh man,
Yeah.
poor Tauros.
Uh-huh.
Left behind, left in the dust.
Well,
Roots forgotten.
Do you guys
Gen
remember-
5 all the way.
Do you guys remember when like we first saw the pictures of Buffalon? We're like, yo, that's got to be a Tauros evolution.
Oh
and then
my
it's
God.
not. It's its own standalone Pokemon. Like, man.
I love looking back at that stuff, and I love looking back at sometimes when they release like the silhouettes before the actual Pokemon that people try to guess like what they'll actually end up looking like. It's just so funny in retrospect to think that a Pokemon like Oshawott was predicted to be a duck with an Ancord on its head, for example.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't remember those predictions.
It wasn't a good prediction. It was most likely someone trying to troll the internet, but I thought it was funny.
Okay. All right. Yep. So.
And what was great was that when they released the silhouettes of Oshawott and friends for Pokemon Go, they brought those images right back. It made me feel old, but it was a good throwback.
All right.
Yeah.
That's always cool.
Yeah.
That's always cool. Still waiting on those standings. But I'm having a great time just conversing with my friends right now.
Yeah, they just announced in the venue that they're posting them, so we should have them any minute.
Interesting.
Exciting moment, yeah. Len, you live for this moment,
How's
right?
your smart money doing?
Huh?
You
Cut? He cut?
Yeah?
Rogov cut?
Oh,
Yeah.
what kind of team was he running? Did we see him on stream or no?
We did, yeah.
Oh, what was he running?
Same things as
Rayquaza
Kimo.
Kyogre, yeah, same thing as
Kimo.
That Rayquaza Kyogre with the Focus Sashamungus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was the Focus Sashamungus.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's exciting. It's always nice at the end of the tournament to be able to see the standings, and then comes down to creating the bracket, and then we theory it out.
Eventually.
Yeah.
So right now, it's just the sweet old anticipation of that moment.
Yeah. It's always exhilarating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about memories, do you guys remember when people ran like Hidden Power Fire Amoongus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to be careful for the hidden power fire or anything, right?
I know. We never really had that moment in Gen 7 where Hidden Power Fire was on everything. I miss that.
I was worried about Hidden Power Fire every once in a while. Like, I think some Tapu Koko actually carried Hidden Power Fire, right?
Yeah, there was definitely Tapu Koko that did it. There was when Cortana was really big in 2017.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was like a brief moment where I thought it was coming back, and then the format like immediately rotated away from Cortana, and I was like, well, it was close. We take those.
Yeah. That was a weird time when you had to be careful about the random hidden powers.
I'd be okay if Hidden Power got cut along with
all
the other Pokemon.
Move changes.
I was going to say, maybe we should talk about what moves make the cut.
I think all the moves,
all
right?
of them but Hidden Power.
Yeah, you think the hidden power thing should go away?
I think it's unpredictable,
That's fair.
I don't know. I'd like to see. I'm like trying to think now of moves where I see them, I just kind of look and scowl and then just like I'm angry. But a lot of times when I think of moves like that, they're usually tied to very specific Pokemon, such as Xerneas and Geomancy.
Geomancy, yeah.
And it's like, well, I mean, even if we do have to deal with that hypothetically, that's at least 3 years down the road, and that's not really my problem right now. I'll deal with it later.
Sounds about right to me. Yeah. Geomancy, I think, is fine. I don't mind it.
It wasn't as bad this format, but 2016 was
all Geomancy.
That was a
baby.
lot. That was like Geomancy all day, all the time.
There's a lot in like Sun and Moon. I feel like also.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
earlier this season, last season.
Yeah.
Well, Sun and Moon series,
right,
not the games, because I was thinking equivalents were probably like Eevee with the
but
extreme
Eevee
Evo
at
boost.
least was cute.
Como-O with the Clanger Soul Blaze as well. That was a thing. It still is a thing.
But yeah, we saw one today.
I saw the animation a couple times today.
I missed it.
You missed out on Como-O, but guess what? The best part was, Gabby, it wasn't shiny Como-O.
Oh, that's the worst part.
No, it's the best part.
Oh, man.
Oh, Len.
My poor Clingy Bay.
You all right, man?
I'm just looking for pairings. I'm excited for them.
The standings,
I want to see what that top 8 bracket is. I want to see what our action is tomorrow.
We need, like, the extreme speed here to get us the pairings, like, faster.
We need,
or standings, I should say.
We need mail delivery of standings.
Yeah.
Can we, like, get on the intercom, be like, paging standings to the stream desk?
Get the hit the plot device button that we have underneath the table. Don't forget about that.
I think I accidentally broke it earlier when I arrived, so sorry about that.
Those things are.
I know,
priceless.
but we're gonna have to replace it anyways because it's incompatible with the Switch console.
That's true. Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Video
Oh.
Premier Challenge
Nope.
That's not it.
with the round 3 pairings.
We could get round 3 pairings though for the Premier Challenge.
Yeah, that's true.
Be ready for me.
I don't know what else we can talk about the tournament. I mean, I think everything was. We talked about everything I've wanted to talk about with the tournament. Any closing thoughts on the tournament? In terms of Swiss, obviously we'll do some wrap up tomorrow with the tournament.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see which of these restricted pairs that feel so comfortable for these players. Which of these players who have found restricted pairs that they're so comfortable with, when those kind of comfort matchups come against each other, who still has the advantage.
Yeah. I want to see team reports, I think, coming out of this tournament. Like, I know that they can be kind of hard to write sometimes, and not everybody wants to, spend that time to kind of put something together, but it's always really fun to see people reflect not only on, like, specific tournaments, but on, like, a format or a team that they've kind of grown with. So if anybody's watching this out there and you have, like, that restricted pair that you've grown comfortable with and you want to write a team report, send it to me, because I'd love to read it.
Yep.
Those are always the best war stories.
And now we are getting the standings. So
should have
this is an
them-
exciting time here as we are ready to get the standings.
I'm just going to drum roll.
We almost had it.
I know. It's going to be just an awkwardly long drum roll now, but that's okay. I probably started it like a minute too early, but I'm committed now.
Yeah, I've already done this drum roll already, so
Yeah.
let's get these
If
standings
we
ready.
Get the standings would be
Do we not? Oh, nope. Nope. Maybe. Nope.
Nope,
Nope.
still doing the drum roll.
It's the
Hey, we
anticipation.
got it.
There we
There
go.
we go. So Palkia, our number 1 seed, Bing G.
Ooh,
7-0.
I like that.
Okay.
He's going to be up against Kareem.
He cut.
Please. Yeah, lost to Gavin in the last round,
But still made
pulls
it in.
into top cut anyway with all of that size spam. We have Steven Mia, who we didn't see on stream, up against Chemo, who we did. Saw
Wow.
that Ray Ogre also moved in at 5-2. And then Joseph Yu, who we also saw on stream, he lost and is our third 5-2 to make it in. We'll play against Ragov, another one of these Ray Ogre teams. And then Gavin and Miles, who we both saw on stream. Gavin winning in that last round, and Miles we saw pull out a very close match against Kyle earlier in the day.
Who was your smart money?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. This is
Yeah.
this is going
This
to be really
a
exciting.
fun top cut tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think this is a very stacked top cut tomorrow, obviously. All right. Well, I had to ask you guys before we sign off for the night, since we got the pairings. Len, I know you must be upset that it wasn't the fresh off the presses copy.
I'm excited.
You're still excited. Okay.
Yeah, because my smart money now is Palkia. Bing G.
Bing
He's
G,
playing
yeah.
so well.
I like Team Palkia
the
just as like
Palkia-
a hashtag potential.
Seems so strong, and he really seems to know how to navigate it. I'm excited to see if he can keep his undefeated streak going.
Okay. Gabby,
Yeah.
smart money.
That's really tough. I mean, honestly, as much as I love Palkia, and I'm so excited to see that actually play out in a match tomorrow, or maybe tonight if I go back and look at thoughts, I really do like Gavin's team. I like the jump bluff. I think it's a great adaptation to the format right now, and it's just so cute and round, and I just have a very soft spot for round things. So I'm going to go with Gavin.
Okay.
How about you?
I got to stay with my boy, Ragov.
All right.
I picked him today, picking him tomorrow. Taking it all home.
Cool.
Any other closing thoughts before we sign off for tonight?
No?
No.
One last word for the stream for tonight? I know the word.
Watch tomorrow.
Well, that too. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, here. Same
Pacific
channel,
Standard
same
Time.
place.
We'll be here broadcasting the top 8 of this championship. So, one last closing word. I think we all know what it is. Palkia.
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 Have a good night, everybody. Take care. Signing off.